Last time on Ron Sailing, we left Vancouver to sail west to the Gulf Islands. Chopper 9 paid us a visit, and we spent a few days on Wallis Island before continuing south in the archipelago.
We're sailing wing on wing, heading south along Salt Spring Island.
Nice morning, huh?
Perfect sailing. The Gulf Islands are situated between Vancouver Island and the mainland. The name comes from Gulf of Georgia, the original term used by George Vancouver in his mapping of the area in the 1790s. There are hundreds of islands and islets, which makes it a perfect boat cruising area. We just made a jibe, and now we're returned the point here, and we're gonna now start heading into the bay. We're heading to Ganges, not in India, it's here in the Gulf Islands in Canada. It's just been great sailing today.
Let's see if we can sail all the way up to Ganges here. The wind just came back. Now we have a nice beam reach here. Trying to avoid a shallow part here in front. So we're heading this direction for another mile, and then we have to tack. As we turned more to the north, we were soon close hauled, which means sailing as close to the wind as possible. So we're short tacking our way up to Ganges here. It's pretty narrow, but it's quite nice wind, not too strong, so it's alright. It's nice sometimes to really sail all the way. Short tacking into the anchorage. It was a while since we were tacking our way up the channel like this, so our timing wasn't the best, which resulted in the headsail sheets snagging on the winches on some of the tacks.
Several boats didn't respect that we were tacking and refused to alter course, even if we had the right of way, being under sail. In a channel like this, the sailboat needs the full width to pick up speed to be able to get through the eye of the wind on the next tack.
It's not every day you see that.
salt spring market takes place every Saturday in Ganges. And here you find buskers, local food and produce, arts and crafts. There's something for everyone.
Det här var riktigt gott. Saganaki, Grekisk kust.
Nice day.
I think Ganges is showing its best side for us. Game installation made in bronze. Ganges is the biggest town on Salt Spring Island, which in turn is the biggest island in the archipelago. We spent the night at anchor out in the bay and made friends with a curious swan.
I don't have any more for you. You bite kind of hard, you know? We're leaving Ganges, and yeah, it's just pouring down today. But we're not going very far, it's just an anchorage 3 or 4 miles outside of Ganges.
It finally stopped raining, so now we're gonna go ashore here on Privast Island and go for a walk. We're on the south side of the island in a bay because tonight the wind is gonna pick up and it's gonna be coming from the north, and the other bays are completely open to the north. So we went here instead. There are ferries going past this bay all the time. They go through the active pass, and I think it's the ferry going from Victoria or here to the Gulf Islands and Vancouver. So there's some wake from the ferries that's coming in here, but it's fine. We're all alone here.
It's been raining a lot today. Go there. Beach looks okay over there.
Hi, Sam. There must be cows living here. Some poop.
Yeah.
Blåbläjor.
Prevost Island was bought by an Irishman in the 1920s, who used the island to raise sheep and cattle. Today the island is still used in the same way by his descendants.
Looks like it's been in a, I don't know, log boom or a part of a dock or... Do you think it's something, you know, when they're towing the logs behind the tugs?
Maybe. With all this wood we could build a whole house.
Yeah. That would have been kind of cool.
There is a lot of seaweed here. This seaweed you can eat. It looks like the one that they have, you know, when you eat sushi. And the seaweed salad you can get. So I think all this you can eat, you can dry it. But I'm just not sure how good it is when it's been in this area.
What is them? Are these oysters?
I think so.
They're quite big.
But we've been seeing a lot of warnings from the algae and the
Yeah,
poison. So
I don't know if it's possible to eat these.
we cannot eat it now.
Jag må hon leva, jag må hon leva, jag må hon leva ut till 100 år. Jag visst ska hon leva, jag visst ska hon leva. Det blir ingen tårta, men...
Ja, men det blir fint.
Det.
Ja,
Bra.
tack. Okej. Should we hoist the main?
Yeah, let's do that.
We sail west on a beam reach with the wind from the north.
It's beautiful sailing today. Beam reach, 12 knots of wind, 6 knots of speed. The sun is shining, really nice. We're not going very far today, only about 6 miles. Malin is soaking up the sun on the foredeck. Yeah, according to the forecast, it's going to be sunny all week, so let's hope for that. So what do you think about the birthday sailing?
Perfect. Such a perfect birthday. We're sailing. It's sunny, blue skies, and you. Perfect.
And where are we going?
Now we're heading to Salt Spring Island again, but this time will be the Bay of Fulford.
De är redan med antenner och sätter på flera öar. Det ska vara överallt. ...10 degrees, even if the sun is out.
The water is 11.7.
So it's warmer in the water?
Yeah.
And the wind is pretty gusty today, going between 8 and 16 knots. But it's alright. It's a beam reach to a broad reach, so no problem. But it's because of the island north of us here.
Fulford Harbour is a tiny community which mostly revolves around the ferry terminal, which is one of 3 on Salt Spring Island. The island is known to be a place where many artists live, and there are many studios and galleries in Fulford Harbour.
Massive.
The weather was warm and the trees looked beautiful as they were changing to their winter wardrobe.
So today we're on our way to Sydney on Vancouver Island, where we're finally going to replace our stove. It's going to be really nice. Yeah, it's not very far today, 5 or 6 nautical miles. There's not much wind today, so we're motoring. It's really beautiful here. It's quite narrow, the passages here between the small islands.
Seckham Harbour is a big bay north of Sydney on Vancouver Island. The bay was formerly known as Shoal Harbour because of the extensive stretches of mudflats.
Just so many boys here.
The shoals and the amount of boats on mooring buoys made it pretty hard to find a good spot to anchor. After washing a big load of laundry, we met up with our follower Benoit. He showed us his beautiful classic Renfrew motorboat from '79.
Design, right?
Yeah.
And then those are original. They've been they've been rebuilt twice.
Wow.
Yeah.
They look like new. I mean, on a boat like this, they can turn the same direction both.
Frames and the battens. So those battens are made out of oak.
Okay.
And
So you brought it back more to the original
Yeah.
style. Sydney is a neat town by the water, and it's only a 20-minute walk from the bay where we're anchored. Thank you for watching. We'd really appreciate a thumbs up. And don't forget to press the bell next to the subscribe button to get notified when we have a new video. See you next week!